Okay, guys, so what you're seeing here is a sneak peek of what's to come for July. Now, today is June 30th. This is what I have edited out so far, so bear with me. Not everything is set in stone just yet, but I have set up a planner, I've set up an event, and I've even got a whiteboard. So, basically, what you're seeing here is going to be a sneak peek of every single game I'm going to play throughout the month, what kind of things I'm going to do, challenges, etc. So, what you're seeing here is the first game that is going to be introduced into this is one of two games that is going to be introduced into this month. Now, Tomb Raider has been remade and remastered many times over and over and over again. And this is the first game of the 3 trilogy remake during the PS3, PS4 era. That was a really great time for Tomb Raider because it just came out after the Uncharted series and was really, really a fantastic game. As you see here, I've basically shown myself right into the introduction of this game because simply I felt this was the right spot to show this game off. This is when I first saw this in game trailers and all that back in the day about this game. This is what got me intrigued to want to buy it in the first place. So the Tomb Raider here, it's a 3-game series. Not Uncharted was a 4-game series, and we'll get to that in a bit. But this is a 3-game series. This is the first game. Look at that! Look at that! Look at how beautiful that is, man. Can't get enough of that. Alrighty, well, that is so Tomb Raider. We explore, we figure things out, etc. It's an open world explore, all that kind of stuff. This is a more immersive survival, however. But if you enjoy that, take a look into it, and we'll get at that. Next coming up here is Uncharted 4. Yeah. We are continuing on with the rest of the Uncharted series. This one here is by far the most graphical update. This is by far the biggest leap they have ever had, and I'm also playing this on PS5, right? So we are getting this at the maximum advanced level of graphics that we can get for this game right now. And the only way I visually myself on my end could make this better. What the heck was that? The only way I could visually make this better for myself is if I were to ever get like a 4K TV. And no offense, that is not happening anytime soon. Like I see little to no point about that. But basically, Uncharted 4 is kind of based on the idea of the 3 crucifixes. If you don't know what I mean, well, stay tuned because Uncharted 4 explains all about it. But I'll give you a little bit of brief definition. You have Jesus, who was up on the normal cross. You have Saint Dismas, was the penitent thief. And you have whatever the third guy was about the judge. These 3 guys were the 3 guys who were hung up on the crosses together. And there's a giant lore and myth about it, how it works, but honestly, there's never been any implementation about it. But seems to be what this whole lore is about. Now, right here in the beginning, what's going on here is you start off this way. Okay, you start off popping off right into these kind of really great graphics. It shows that the PS4 at the time was pushing as much as it can. And these days, that's taken for granted for, man. I really miss, like, normal old games putting their time into actually some immersive storytelling like this. Yeah. So, Uncharted 4 coming up, and that, I think, will be the last of the adventure series for the next little while. Here up on Uncharted 4, I can't praise it enough. It will be coming out again here shortly. But next up we got here coming up is some more Fortnite little bit of footage here. Now, this right here, this is, this is just some footage. But the idea is I'm going to be playing it with myself and Luna quite often on stuff like Murder Mystery. Up on Murder Mystery. Yeah, because, like, this was a lot of fun to do. And like I'm a Loserfruit supporter, so I've worn her skin throughout this. But full on, this is by far my most favorite mode of all time to play. And watch this, watch. Yeah, I somehow died from being behind that guy, but all right, whatever the case is. Um, Anyways, I go on a little bit of a murdering spree here, but the reason why we're gonna be hitting up in murder mystery is because like Fortnite itself these days, there's not a lot of fun cases. There's not a lot of fun involved in this anymore. It's not really not ideal. I gotta be honest here. For Fortnite here, it's kind of lacking. It's battle royale mode. It's annoying because you play battle royale, you're facing cars. You go into zero builds, you're definitely dead against cars. Like there's no ifs ands buts about that. You go the new mode reload. It's fun, and that is the only saving grace, really. Well, yeah, actually, according to the viewer base, anyways, that's about the only saving grace of Fortnite right now because it's OG season. It's not really OG. You're missing a few POIs and stuff like that, but it's like Fortnite OG and all that, and you get the reload capabilities. You keep just rebooting. It's almost like what Team Rumble is. As long as you have your duo team or squad team, or if you have even one member left of your team left standing, still alive. Oh, I missed that by a landslide. Yeah. If you have even just one team member still remaining left alive in your reload mode, you'll stay alive. Like your team will stay alive up to a certain point. Then if you die, you die. That's full on that. There's no reboot after that. But then there's also the festival mode. So festival has two different modes that are actually good. One is the main stage where you play all the main normal songs that they have available for you. Like it's songs anywhere from Metallica to fucking Doja Cat. Literally, it's all over the place in there. But it is fun to play. I play the expert mode on that. I wish I could show footage with that, but man, would I ever get copyright striked? Like that's no joke, man. Yeah. So the battle stage mode, man. It's about the only saving grace I find elsewise from that reload mode. Fortnite's really not keeping up its viewer base as much as it used to, man. And it's sad to see. In my opinion, there's a couple different reasons for it, but I don't really. Yeah, I'm not going to explain the reasonings for this, but yeah. So this is murder mystery. We're also going to do stuff like what else we got? We got horror maps. We got dropper maps. We're gonna do a whole bunch of different things, but that's coming up for the month of July here. Today, this is just a brief introduction of what I'm doing. Yeah, as you see, I went on a murdering spree, and I was like, hey, y'all dead. Except for this guy, because he glitched out. But anyways, that's Murder Mystery. Now, you guys obviously already recognize what's going on here. Yeah. So, this is not just particularly any Black Ops 3 zombies, alright? I want to point out it's exactly what's going on here. You're about to see it. But myself and Luna, we've played zombies for a long period of time, alright? I mean, I've played zombies since Black Ops 1 Kino der Toten there, okay? And myself and Luna, we decided to talk to each other a little bit ago. We're like, what can we do differently in zombies? And a little bit ago, and I'm going to give credit out and a shout out to the channel called With Friends, because I watched you guys and I watched this video. And you see that? Yeah, I have the ray gun. And immediately gave up and moved on to the next map. So the reasoning for it is because this is the ray gun challenge that we're going to post. And that's going to come soon whenever myself and Luna get to that. But that's the ray gun challenge. Now this one right here. Does this even need introduction? Alright. It's all the way from down under of the zombie apocalypses. The most driven storytelling zombie apocalypse game in my entire life, in my opinion. The Last of Us. FPS. Now, this one's the remastered version, back when it was made in PS4. I know there is a Part 1, which is technically the most updated version right now, but I do not care. I just like to play the game, and as long as you guys can see what goes on, that's good. The Last of Us, I simply just wanted to play my perspective from it, because, man, I teared up in this. I tear up in this scene particularly all the time. This scene is what kind of drove people to want to get this game in the first place. This has showed that it can be a really cruel world when it needs to be, man. And like, if a zombie apocalypse or an infection or anything like that happens, survival of the fittest is really the biggest priority, and they really don't care. As you see. Yeah, they just shoot his daughter, and that's the thing there. And it's such a sad thing because they show this simply so that way when you see the bond between Ellie and Joel throughout the game, you understand it better. Because this right here, he looks at Ellie as like another daughter, and you see this. This is why, like, he lost his daughter to some cruel twist of fate, something that he had absolutely no control over. And man, it breaks your heart. Like, I almost want to tear up watching it again here. I'm not listening to the audio, but what I'm doing right now is I'm doing a voiceover of all these videos, so that way you get my perspective of how I'm gonna go with this. All right, so that is The Last of Us, and now we're gonna move on to another Naughty Dog thing, but this one's not Naughty Dog made. This one is Crash Bandicoot 4, everybody. As if this game also needed an introduction, but we are just going to bring it about. Now, this game didn't reach popularity compared to the N. Sane Trilogy, and if you want me to play the N. Sane Trilogy, let me know. But as it sits right now, as you see, I just dominate this whole platform area. I've played the Crash Bandicoot series since the release, more or less the release of the third game. The third game was released actually when I was born, so there was actually kind of no way I could have played it at that time. But I think it was 2006, around that point. PS2 had already obviously been out, but my dad had a PS1, and they had a my dad had Crash Bandicoot. Which one was it? Crash Bandicoot 1, I think it was. And when I played it on that system, I was like, oh, yes. Okay, so as it is, this is the events video sneak peek coming up for the month of July. Just to tell everybody what I'm planning on doing. And yeah, I hope to see you all there. Can't wait. With that being said, take care. And bye-bye for now then.